chosen one. In a world that overshares and overexposes, you are being called to do the opposite. Not everything is meant to be revealed. Not every miracle is meant to be spoken. Not every spiritual insight is meant for the public. As a chosen one, your power does not only come from what you reveal, it is preserved in what you protect. Today, I'm sharing 10 sacred secrets you must keep as a chosen one to protect your energy, your alignment, and your divine mission. Stay with me until the end, and if this truth speaks to your soul, comment below. I protect my peace and power. 1. Your next move. Silence is strategy. Chosen one, let me tell you something that most of the world has forgotten. The most powerful seeds grow in silence. In a culture obsessed with announcement, validation, and performance, you are called to do something radical. To move in quiet alignment, not loud ambition. Your next move, whether it's a dream, a new relationship, a business, a healing step, or a spiritual transformation, is sacred. And sacred things are not meant for premature exposure. Plans are energetically fragile in the beginning. Every dream starts in the energetic realm long before it takes form in the physical. And in that beginning stage, your vision is like a seed underground, unseen, delicate, and deeply vulnerable. When you announce your next move before it's rooted, you expose it to frequencies that don't belong. Other people's doubt, their unhealed fear, their subconscious envy, and worst of all, their energetic interference, intentional or not. Energy is real. Vibration is real. And when you speak your next move too early, you invite energies into your sacred soil that can disrupt your alignment. That's why silence isn't weakness. It's your strategy. It's your weapon. It's your force field. Your silence is a spiritual technology. Chosen one, hear me. Your silence isn't emptiness. It's full of power, full of clarity, full of divine orchestration happening behind the scenes. When you move in silence, you allow the universe to rearrange timelines, people, and resources without resistance. You're not hiding, you're protecting. You're not secretive, you're strategic. You're not afraid to be seen. You're wise enough to know when visibility serves your mission and when it sabotages it. The quantum field responds to focus, not noise. When you keep your next move private, you're not just avoiding gossip, you're preserving energy. In the quantum field, your attention is the activator. Where you focus is where energy flows. But when you talk too much, your energy gets scattered, divided, leaked. Every time you explain yourself, you unconsciously seek approval. And seeking approval puts your power outside of you. But when you hold your next move in sacred silence, you're not just focusing your energy, you're amplifying your magnetism. You become a vibrational match for opportunities, not because you're loud, but because you're aligned. Silence shields you from projection. Let's be honest, not everyone is rooting for you. Even those closest to you may unconsciously carry energies that clash with your mission. When you share your plans too early, you open yourself up to projections based on their fears, advice that dilutes your intuition, comments that seed doubt, energetic hooks that anchor you to timelines you're meant to rise above. You are not obligated to over-explain yourself. You are not here to prove your vision to people who can't even see their own. Some things must remain between you and Source until they are unshakable in the physical. Let the results speak, not the ego. Chosen one, you are being called into divine maturity, and mature souls let the fruit of their labor speak louder than the noise of their plans. Don't seek applause, seek alignment. Don't seek validation, seek divine confirmation. Don't seek to be seen, seek to be guided. Let your next chapter Surprise the world. Let your breakthrough speak in your radiance. Let your success be quiet, but undeniable. Affirm this truth. I move in silence because my destiny speaks louder than my words. I protect my energy because my vision is sacred. I trust the timing of the divine and the power of my quiet obedience. Your next move is not a performance. It's a prophecy. Protect it like you would protect sacred ground. Move with the confidence of someone chosen, not someone trying to be approved. And remember this truth: the quietest ones in the room are often the ones moving mountains in the spirit. Chosen one, your silence is not empty. It is divine code. It is alignment. It is power. 2. Your spiritual gifts. Not everyone will understand or respect them. Chosen one, there is a reason your spiritual gifts didn't come with a user manual. They're not meant to be dissected, debated, or put on display for approval. They are sacred extensions of your soul contract, divine technology encoded specifically for your mission, your timeline, and your spiritual evolution. Yet, one of the most painful lessons for many awakened beings is realizing this: not everyone is ready for your light. Not everyone is safe for your gifts. You may have tried to share your intuitive insights with people who brushed it off, mocked it, or made you question your own clarity. You may have opened your heart as an empath, only to feel drained, misunderstood, or energetically violated. You may have revealed your healing abilities, your prophetic dreams, your connection with spirit, and watched people react with fear, jealousy, skepticism, or spiritual immaturity. And that's not your failure. It's your initiation. Your gifts are not entertainment. They're assignments. Your gifts are not party tricks. They're not here to impress people, win followers, or prove anything. They are spiritual instruments, calibrated to the frequency of your purpose. Your clairvoyance, your ability to feel energy, your healing presence, your ability to receive downloads or channel divine truth. These are sacred callings, not social currency. So when you feel the urge to prove your gift, pause, because your gift is not a performance. It is a partnership with the divine. Spiritual gifts come with spiritual responsibility. The more powerful the gift, the more responsibility you carry to use it with discernment. You are not called to cast your pearls before those who will trample them. You are not required to hand over your spiritual insights to people who only seek to exploit, drain, or debate you. Your intuition is not up for debate. Your dream messages do not require approval. Your energy healing is not for the spiritually immature to play with. Protect your sacred technology the way a master protects a priceless code, with wisdom, reverence, and divine discretion. Your gifts are divinely coded to you. Chosen one, your gifts were custom designed for your soul. No one else can fully understand how they work, when they activate, or how deeply they flow. You might receive downloads in the form of visions, sensations, sounds, or sudden inner knowing. And trying to explain that to someone who hasn't awakened will feel like trying to describe color to someone who's never seen light. Don't waste your power trying to translate the divine for the uninterested. Instead, lean into trust. You are not crazy. You are not too sensitive. You are not imagining things. You are tapped in. Share with the spiritually mature, and no one else. Only share your spiritual gifts and experiences with those who can hold sacred, non-judgmental space. People who are energetically clean. People who are spiritually grounded. People who honor mystery without needing to control or explain it. Because when you share your gifts with the right people, the divinely aligned ones, they don't drain your power. They help amplify it. They mirror back your light. They speak the same soul language. They honor what is sacred. That's how you know you're in the presence of someone who is safe for your gift. Protect the power, don't perform it. You don't need to prove you're gifted. You don't need to validate your gifts through constant explanation. And you certainly don't need to allow others to pick apart what they don't understand. What is sacred must remain protected. So the next time you receive a download, a prophecy, or a deep intuitive nudge, don't run to share it. Sit with it. Honor it. Ask Spirit if it's meant to be spoken or simply lived. Because most of your spiritual downloads aren't meant to be broadcast. They're meant to shift your frequency, to guide your next step, to prepare you for your soul assignment. They are for activation, not exhibition. You were not sent here to be a magician in a marketplace. You were sent here as a messenger from the divine, carrying frequencies, codes, and wisdom that only those who are attuned will recognize. Let the rest fall away. Let those who mock, scoff, or misunderstand fade into the background. Because you, chosen one, are here for truth, not applause, for alignment, not popularity, for purpose, not performance. And your spiritual gifts, they are not for show, they are for sacred service. 3. Who you're praying for. Divine protection works better in silence. Chosen one, there is a power in your prayers that you may not even fully realize. Not because you speak them aloud, not because others hear them, but because of the frequency you generate when you move in silent alignment with the divine. Let's be clear, not every prayer is meant to be spoken, and certainly not every intention is meant to be posted, declared, or announced to the world. Some of your most powerful work is done in silence, in the unseen, in the quiet places where only your soul and source are in conversation. The sacred power of silent intercession. When you pray for someone, truly pray for their healing, their clarity, their breakthrough. You are not just offering kind words or good vibes. You are entering spiritual warfare on their behalf. You're standing in the energetic trenches, battling unseen forces that may be attacking their mind, their health, their destiny, or their soul alignment. Chosen one, your prayers are not just words. They are quantum codes that alter the vibration of reality. They create spiritual interference against dark forces. They reroute timelines. They soften karma. They ignite soul awakenings. This kind of work must be handled with care. It must be protected from exposure. Why silence is your shield? When you speak your prayers out loud, especially to others, you open the energetic doorway for interference. You invite opinions. You attract projections. You stir up unseen opposition. Not everyone deserves to know who you're praying for. Not even the ones you're praying for. Because here's the truth. Some of the people you're interceding for are not ready to be delivered. They may resist the very help you're sending. They may not even recognize that they're under spiritual attack. And if they knew you were praying for them, they might reject the blessing out of pride, ego, or unconscious fear. That's why the divine often works through silence. Protection is strongest when it is untraceable. Blessings land best when they come unannounced. Healing moves faster when it's not being analyzed. You are a guardian of energy, not a performer of prayer. In today's world, there is pressure to make every spiritual action visible, to show people that you're praying, to announce that you're sending love, to post your intentions on social media as a badge of compassion. But real spiritual mastery, true chosen one energy, doesn't seek recognition. When you move in silence, your frequency is clean. There is no ego, no performative energy, no distortion in your intention. It is you and the divine, heart to heart, soul to source, weaving light through dimensions. And make no mistake, that quiet prayer you whispered under your breath, that midnight meditation where you wept for someone else's soul, that silent blessing you sent while walking past a stranger, it is felt in the quantum field. It is logged in the Akashic record. It echoes through dimensions you cannot see and returns to you in divine favor and multiplied grace. When you're silent, the darkness can't track you. Spiritual warfare is real, and the darker forces thrive on information. The moment you publicly announce who you're praying for or what you're trying to heal, you give darkness a target. You signal your next move. But when you operate in silence, you become untraceable. You become invisible light, moving through the matrix, breaking chains, healing bloodlines, and shifting timelines, all under the radar. The devil cannot fight what he cannot find, and angels move quickest when human ego steps aside. Some prayers aren't meant to be witnessed, just honored. You don't need to post it. You don't need to tell them. You don't even need to write it down. Just think it, feel it, and send it, because your vibration is enough. You are an energy transmitter, a soul conduit, a spiritual guardian. Trust that the divine hears you, especially in the silence. Keep your intercessions sacred. Let your spiritual labor be unseen. Let your prayers be coded in mystery. Let your blessings flow without a name attached. Because in silence, your frequency is pure, and in mystery, your power is preserved. 4. Your shadow work, that's between you and Source. Chosen one. Let's talk about one of the most sacred and misunderstood parts of your spiritual evolution: shadow work. You see, this part of your journey, the part where you face your darkness, your wounds, your karmic patterns, it's not meant to be a spectacle. It's not meant to be Instagrammable. It's not content. It's sacred alchemy. What is shadow work really? Shadow work is the silent, inner confrontation between your ego and your soul. It's the peeling back of all the masks, societal, ancestral, cultural, to reveal what has been buried deep within you. The unhealed wounds from childhood, the emotional suppression from trauma, the shame you've carried but never voiced, the toxic beliefs passed down through generations, the false self you've performed to feel safe. And most of all, it is the moment when you stop running from your own reflection and meet the parts of yourself you've disowned. But here's the truth most won't tell you. Shadow work is not supposed to be visible. It is not a public performance. It is a private purification between your soul and Source. Why your shadow work should stay sacred. When you're in the midst of this internal transformation, you're energetically raw. You're spiritually exposed. You're like a seed underground, cracked open, reshaping, seeking light. Would you yank a seed out of the soil while it's still germinating just to show people it's growing? Of course not. That's what it's like when you try to explain or justify your pain and process to the outside world. The world doesn't always have the eyes to see the depth of your healing. They might not understand your silence. They might mislabel your solitude. They might misunderstand your sadness as weakness, or worse, use your vulnerability against you. That's why your shadow work must remain between you and the divine. Ego deaths are holy, not for display. When you're in a dark night of the soul, when you're grieving an identity you once held, when you're mourning the loss of a version of yourself you thought was permanent. These moments aren't meant to be narrated. They're meant to be lived, felt, moved through in stillness. An ego death is not a dramatic storyline for others to judge or consume. It is a holy moment, a sacred funeral of the false self, witnessed only by your higher self and Source. No one else gets to officiate that ceremony. No one else gets to evaluate its timeline. Karmic patterns aren't meant for public dissection. Some of the patterns you're healing, like generational trauma, codependency, abandonment wounds, or repeated soul ties, are energetic loops you've likely carried across lifetimes. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you're pulling back, why you've gone quiet, why you're no longer showing up the way you used to. You're not disappearing, you're deconstructing. And the unraveling of these karmic patterns is not for public debate. It's not something that others need to understand to be real. When Source is reprogramming your DNA, when your guides are walking you through an energetic death, when your ancestors are showing you what must be broken and rebuilt, that experience is holy, and it deserves your full energetic privacy. Protect your process. Chosen One, you are not obligated to bleed out loud to prove that you're healing. Yes, one day you may share your story. You may inspire others with the wisdom born from your wounds, but don't speak from the wound. Speak from the scar. Don't share just to be seen. Share when it's fully integrated, when it carries resonance, not rawness. Protect your process like you would protect a sacred fire during a storm. Tend to it quietly, feed it intentionally, and let it grow strong before the world ever sees the flame. Shadow work is where power is reclaimed. Here's what they don't teach in spiritual trends. The real power is not in light and positivity alone. It's in your willingness to walk into your own darkness, without fear, without witnesses, and emerge reborn. Shadow work is where shame dissolves. It's where rage is transmuted into clarity. It's where grief gives birth to purpose. But none of this happens when you're explaining yourself to everyone. It happens in the quiet of your own spirit, with tears, with silence, with surrender. It's not glamorous, but it is divine. Chosen One. Not everyone needs to know what you're fighting to overcome. Not everyone deserves access to your battlefield. Not everyone will honor your scars. Your deepest transformations will not be validated by likes, comments, or applause. They will be felt in your energy, heard in your voice, seen in your presence, and witnessed by those who are meant to evolve with you. So keep the battle sacred. Let your healing be between you and the divine. And when the time is right, your wisdom will speak for itself, effortlessly. Remember, you don't owe the world your pain. You owe your soul your healing. 5. Your manifestations. Protect them from doubt and envy. Chosen one of the deepest truths in spiritual alchemy is this: what you speak too soon, you expose to sabotage. Not just physical sabotage, but energetic interference. And most of it is invisible. When you're in the early stages of manifesting something sacred, whether it's a financial breakthrough, a dream home, a conscious partnership, a soul-led business, that manifestation is still vibrationally forming. It's like a seed under the soil. It doesn't need sunlight yet. It needs darkness, warmth, nurturing, silence. When you speak your desires too early, even to well-meaning people, you create a ripple in the energy field of that manifestation. You invite projections, doubt from people who can't imagine it for themselves, fear from those who think you're aiming too high, envy from those still trapped in their own scarcity, logic from those who don't understand spiritual timing. And if you're not deeply grounded, those external vibrations can mix with your internal belief, weakening the faith frequency that powers your manifestation. Manifestations require sacred containment. Every time you manifest, you are not just asking, you are co-creating with the quantum field. That means you're aligning timelines, reshaping subconscious beliefs, and recalibrating your energy to become a vibrational match to what you're calling in. This is sacred work, and sacred work requires sacred containment. Containment doesn't mean hiding from the world in fear. It means protecting what is not yet fully formed. Because here's the truth: the energy of premature exposure often kills divine potential. Why silence amplifies power? When you keep your manifestations private, especially in the beginning, you allow them to build power in the unseen. You hold them in a womb of faith, not performance. You keep them close, nurture them with aligned action, and speak them only to those who are spiritually mature enough to hold space for them without projecting fear or ego. Your manifestations are not for validation. They are not for applause. They are not for proof. They are for you, for your evolution, your mission, your soul's blueprint. Let your reality speak before your voice does. What to do instead? Journal your desires. Don't broadcast them. The page can hold your vibration better than most people can. Pray over your dreams in silence. Let the universe bear witness, not the crowd. Move in alignment, not announcement. Let your frequency rise until your desire becomes a physical fact. Reveal with discernment. Only share when you feel the manifestation is stable, anchored, and can't be shaken by someone else's words or energy. Not everyone can hold the vision. You see, you are often manifesting things your ancestors never imagined and your peers can't comprehend. Why would you share it with people who haven't done the inner work to believe in it? Chosen one, you're not just manifesting money or relationships. You're manifesting new timelines, healed family lines, quantum shifts in identity. You're not playing small, and that's exactly why you must guard big dreams with big discernment. Let it be known through evidence. Let your glow change the room. Let your financial healing show in your freedom. Let your aligned relationship reveal itself through your peace. Let your next level be witnessed, not explained. The most powerful manifestations don't need to be spoken. They are felt, they are seen, and they are undeniable. You are the womb of your own reality. What you carry spiritually is real, even before it's physical. So carry it with reverence. Protect it like it's alive, because it is. Let it grow in faith, be watered by aligned action, and mature into a manifestation so grounded, no outside energy could ever shake it. Chosen one, keep it quiet, keep it sacred. And when it arrives, let your life speak the truth your voice never needed to. 6. Your financial plans. Success loves discretion. Chosen one, let's talk about something that makes a lot of people uncomfortable: money. But you know better than to see money as just paper, digits, or material gain. You've awakened to a higher truth. Money is energy. It is an extension of your frequency. It flows with your intention, your clarity, and your inner alignment. And that's exactly why you must protect your financial frequency like you protect your peace. Your financial plans are spiritual contracts. As a chosen one, you're not just making money. You're building energetic blueprints that ripple into your mission, your legacy, your lineage. Every financial move you make, every investment you pray over, every business you birth from your intuition, every plan you set in motion behind the scenes, carries spiritual weight. Your abundance is not random. It is anointed. But here's the truth: few will tell you. When you talk too much about what you're building, you invite energetic interference. Spiritual principle: what you reveal too soon can be drained. When you expose your financial plans before they're rooted, you unintentionally create spiritual leaks. You open doors for psychic attacks, people sending unconscious or conscious envy toward your abundance. Projections, others projecting their scarcity, fear, or money trauma onto your vision. Subtle sabotage. Their doubt plants seeds in your subconscious mind, lowering your frequency without you even realizing it. And sometimes, it's not even malicious. People don't have to wish you harm for their energy to interfere. Some are still healing their relationship with money. They don't understand prosperity from a soul level. And when they hear your plans, they interpret it through the lens of their own lack. You don't need that in your energetic field. Silence is not secrecy, it's sacred strategy. Now hear this clearly. Keeping your financial plans to yourself isn't about being sneaky. It's about being strategic. You're not withholding from the world out of fear. You're choosing silence because you're wise enough to understand that not all growth needs applause. Not all moves need an audience. Some breakthroughs are meant to be birthed in private power, not public pressure. You don't owe anyone your income streams, investment strategies, real estate goals, money rituals, giving patterns. None of it. The energy of money thrives in freedom, not explanation. Your abundance is magnetic. Let it speak through impact, not exposure. When your intentions are clear, your alignment is pure, and your actions are guided by spirit, your abundance will show up as overflow. It'll be visible in the way you serve. It'll shine in the way you show up. Calm, secure, generous, grounded. It'll echo in the lives you touch, the light you radiate, the legacy you leave. You won't need to prove it. You won't need to post it. You won't need to shout it. Because real wealth doesn't need validation. It just moves differently. You're not building for claps. You're building for continuity. You're building for divine impact. You're building for generational shift. Energetic boundaries around wealth. So chosen one, set boundaries around your bag. Don't announce your next income goal. Don't over-explain your new business idea. Don't justify your investments to people who don't understand energy. Don't water down your vision to make others comfortable. The divine already sees what you're doing. The universe already supports what's aligned. That's all the permission you need. The most powerful moves are often made in silence. The most aligned wealth is built in energetic clarity, not public validation. Let others wonder. Let them assume. Let them project. You stay grounded. You stay aligned. You stay discreet and divinely directed, because you're not just managing money, you're managing momentum. And the momentum of a chosen one can only be sustained through spiritual maturity. So protect your financial frequency like the treasure it is. 7. Your dreams and visions only share with those who believe. Chosen one. Your dreams are not just fantasies. Your visions are not just ideas. They are divine transmissions, planted by Source, coded with your purpose, and designed to awaken timelines that haven't even unfolded yet. When you receive a dream or a vision, you are receiving seeds from the future, dropped into your present moment. They haven't materialized yet, not because they aren't real, but because you are the vessel through which they are meant to be birthed. That means many people around you won't understand, not because they're bad people, but because they haven't seen what you've seen. They haven't been where your soul has traveled. They haven't felt the activation that struck you in that moment of divine clarity. The danger of premature sharing. Chosen one, when you share your dreams and visions too soon, especially with people who lack faith, imagination, or spiritual maturity, you risk spiritual contamination. What does that mean? It means your dream can be mocked, which creates self-doubt in you, dismissed, which disrupts your momentum, analyzed when it was meant to be felt, and honored, or even projected upon by those who subconsciously feel threatened by your greatness. Every dream carries a vibration. It's like a delicate energy matrix, and when you place it in the wrong atmosphere, you invite static. You are not meant to prove your vision to those who have never carried one of their own. Protecting the seed until it roots. Imagine planting a sacred seed in the soil. Would you pull it out every day to show someone it's really growing? Number that would kill it. You water it. You protect it. You let the sun kiss it in silence. You trust the process. Your dream is the same. You don't need an audience while it's still in gestation. What you need is alignment. What you need is faith. What you need is belief. First from within, and only then from those who are vibrationally matched to your calling. Only share with those who can hold the frequency. Some people are wired for logic, for practicality, for safety. And that's okay, but they're not your vision keepers. Your vision is sacred. It's wild. It's disruptive. It's divine. You must only share it with people who believe without proof, people who hold space without questioning your sanity, people who know how to honor the spiritual realms as much as the physical, people who have also walked through fire and still trusted the voice of the unseen. If they've never left the shore, they'll never understand your ocean. So stop casting your pearls before minds that are not designed to carry your prophecy. You don't need validation, you need conviction. One of the biggest traps for a chosen one is seeking external confirmation for internal revelation. You may ask, am I being too ambitious? Do you think this is possible? Is this crazy? But here's the truth. If Spirit gave it to you, it's already possible. You weren't given the dream to ask for permission. You were given the dream to co-create it with the divine. Validation from the wrong people will only dilute your conviction. You must learn to trust the voice within you more than the voices around you. Your dream is not a group project. This path you're on, this vision you're building, this mission you've been called to fulfill, it is not a group project, it is yours. Yes, you will have spiritual allies along the way. Yes, the right people will be drawn to support it. But the blueprint is coded in your soul alone. Not everyone can see it. Not everyone is supposed to. And that's not a loss. That's protection. Guard your vision, like a temple. Chosen one. Your dream is not a status update. It's a temple being built in the unseen. Every brick of belief you lay, every decision you make, every moment of alignment you walk in, brings it closer to form. So guard your dream. Speak it into your prayers. Protect it with your rituals. Honor it with your actions. But don't give it away to minds that haven't earned the right to hold it. Because your vision isn't just a dream. It's a portal to your destiny. 8. Your healing journey, your pain, isn't for their entertainment. Chosen one. Let's speak on something sacred. Your healing journey, that raw, painful, transformative process that only you and the divine truly understand, is not for public consumption. Not everyone deserves a front-row seat to your soul's rebirth. You do not need to bleed publicly to prove your healing. In this world of overexposure and trauma as trend, many feel pressured to share every wound, every breakdown, every moment of pain, as if healing must be visible to be valid. But chosen one, healing is not a performance. Your pain is not content. And you never have to bleed publicly to prove that you're doing the inner work. There is power in sacred silence. There is power in quiet transformation. There is power in not needing to be seen, but simply choosing to be whole. Your scars are sacred. Your silence is wisdom, not weakness. Every scar you carry tells a story, not of defeat, but of survival, rebirth, and divine intervention. But here's the truth. Not every story needs to be told, and certainly not to just anyone. Your silence during your healing is not avoidance, it's protection. It's the wisdom of the soul that knows, I am still in process. I am still integrating. I am still being remade by Source. When the caterpillar is inside the cocoon, it dissolves into nothing. That phase is never seen. It is sacred. You too are allowed to be unseen while you become something greater. Some people only want access to your pain, not your power. There are people who haven't done the work, people who don't want healing. They want a distraction. And when they see your wounds, they use them for gossip, retelling your pain as if it's entertainment. Comparison, using your story to feel superior or justified in their own stagnation. False comfort, comforting themselves with the idea that you're still broken. But chosen one, you were never broken. You were being broken open. And the people who haven't learned to sit with their own pain will often try to diminish the sacredness of yours. You owe them nothing. You owe your healing everything. Healing is a sacred contract between you and the divine. What you're healing from, be it childhood wounds, karmic cycles, spiritual abuse, betrayal, heartbreak, or self-neglect, is deep spiritual work. That's not for every ear, every eye, every timeline. Your healing is a soul contract between you and the divine. Every tear you cry in solitude, every memory you process, every energy you release, it is felt by the universe. It is witnessed by your guides. It is recorded in your Akashic records. The world doesn't need to witness it. Heaven already has. You can share from the scar, not from the wound. Yes, one day you may choose to share your journey, but let it come from the scar, not the wound. Why? Because when you share from the wound, you're still bleeding, you're still vulnerable, and people who aren't aligned will use that against you, whether consciously or subconsciously. But when you share from the scar, you are anchored. You're not speaking for approval, you're speaking from power. You've integrated the lesson. You've reclaimed the soul fragments. You've become the alchemist. Your healing is for your liberation, not their entertainment. Never forget this. Your healing is not a show. It is not a podcast segment. It is not a highlight reel. It is sacred self-rescue. You are healing for your freedom. You are healing for your bloodline. You are healing for the future generations who will never have to inherit your pain. And when you keep that process sacred, you protect the energy. You keep the divine frequency pure. So, chosen one, protect your process. You do not owe the world an explanation for your stillness. You do not owe anyone your journal entries or your breakdowns. You are allowed to heal in private. You are allowed to heal in silence. You are allowed to guard your becoming, because your healing is not entertainment. It is a divine evolution in progress. 9. Your divine encounters. Not everything sacred needs to be explained. There are moments on your path that are so sacred, so profound, so cosmically aligned, that no human language can hold them. Have you ever experienced this? A moment where time stood still, where a dream felt more real than reality, where a beam of golden light wrapped around you during prayer, or a presence, warm, protective, otherworldly, sat with you in silence. Maybe in meditation, you've seen symbols, colors not of this world. Maybe you felt wings behind you, or heard a voice inside you that wasn't yours but felt like home. Maybe you walked through a dark night of the soul, and a single feather or a flickering candle reminded you you're not alone. These are divine encounters, encoded whispers from the quantum field, soul-to-source transmissions, And here's the truth. Not everything sacred is meant to be explained. Not every miracle is meant to be posted, shared, or intellectualized. Some moments are meant for silence, not storytelling. When you try to explain the sacred to someone who isn't awakened, you invite misinterpretation, you invite mockery, you invite reduction, where something eternal gets confined by logic and doubt. Trying to explain divine experiences to the unawakened is like describing color to someone who's never had sight. They may listen, they may nod, but they'll never feel it the way you did. And worse, they may talk you out of it, plant seeds of disbelief, make you doubt your own divine moment. But chosen one, you were not hallucinating. You were not imagining things. You were receiving confirmation from dimensions most people are too distracted to see. So protect it. Reverence is the currency of the sacred. And when something holy enters your life, don't turn it into a spectacle. Turn it into a seed. Some encounters are meant to anchor your faith, not prove anything to others. Your divine encounters are not for validation. They're not for attention. They're for anchoring you. When you're doubting, when you're weary, when you're tempted to turn back. They're like cosmic tattoos, invisible to others, but burned into your spirit forever. They are soul-level proof that you are seen, you are protected, and you are part of something far greater than this physical world. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your mystical experience. You don't need a second opinion. You don't need to shrink something divine into human understanding. You are a multidimensional being, and these moments are simply the universe reminding you of that truth. Sacred mystery is part of your power. There is power in not telling everything. There is power in letting something be, without needing it to make sense. Some things are beautiful because they remain mysteries. That divine light you saw, that angelic warmth you felt, maybe it was your future self returning through time to hold space. Maybe it was an ancestral guide offering reassurance. Maybe it was Source itself, loving you in silence. It doesn't matter what name you give it. What matters is, you know, you felt it, and it changed you. Let that be enough. Keep some things between you and God. Chosen one, you are walking a path most will never understand. So you will see things others will never see. You will feel things others are not ready to feel. You will receive things others are not open to receive. And that's not arrogance, that's alignment. So keep some mysteries between you and the divine. Hold them close. Let them root in your spirit. Let them become sacred fuel for your mission, not topics for debate. Because when the time is right, the world won't need to hear your story. They'll see your transformation. 10. Your spiritual downloads. They're coded for you, not public decoding. Chosen one. This is one of the most sacred truths you'll ever need to understand. Not every spiritual download is meant to be shared, and certainly not with everyone. Some truths are encoded in your soul frequency alone, and when you speak them out too early or to the wrong people, you interfere with the divine unfolding. Let's go deeper into this. What are spiritual downloads? Spiritual downloads are divine information packets from Source, your higher self, or cosmic intelligence. They arrive as sudden knowings without logical explanation, intuitive messages that feel urgent or clear, symbolic dreams, sacred geometry, or visions, phrases, numbers, or codes that repeat until you get it, emotional waves that carry insight rather than words. They're not thoughts, they're not guesses, they're spirit technology, transmissions encoded specifically for your soul. Just like a key only opens the lock it's made for, a spiritual download is coded to your frequency, your journey, your vibration, why you receive them. You're not just a body with a brain, you are a conscious field, a transmitter and receiver of energetic information. As a chosen one, your soul has a contract, a divine mission. So when you're aligned, when your channel is clear, you start receiving higher-level insight that's meant to guide your next evolution. But here's the sacred part most people miss. Not all spiritual downloads are meant to be decoded immediately, and very few are meant to be shared publicly. Some are meant to awaken a memory within you, realign your decisions, prepare you for a quantum leap, collapse an outdated belief system, unlock dormant soul gifts or dormant DNA. These insights are transformational keys, not content to be casually posted or explained. The danger of decoding too soon. When you receive a spiritual download and rush to speak it, you do three things. 1. You dilute its energetic potency. Speaking it aloud before it's fully integrated weakens its frequency. It's like opening a seed before it's had a chance to root. 2. You invite interference. Others may project doubt, skepticism, or energetic distortion on something they don't understand. Their words or energy can unconsciously sabotage the download's integration. 3. You confuse timelines. Some messages are meant for future alignment, a higher version of you. When you try to apply them too soon or share with someone still living in a different vibration, it creates misalignment. They're coded for you. Chosen one, your spiritual downloads are encrypted. Only you have the vibrational software to run that code. You might get a vision that makes no logical sense, but something in your soul says, "This is real. This is important. This is meant for me." That's because your higher self is the translator. And just because others can't hear it, doesn't mean it wasn't spoken. You are the decoder. You are the activation point. Sometimes you're not even meant to understand it all at once. You're just meant to hold the code in your field until the timing is right. Why silence is power here. Have you ever had a spiritual dream or vision so powerful you could barely speak about it? That's not fear. That's reverence. There are moments so sacred that even trying to explain them is a disservice, because words are limited. Language collapses the multidimensional nature of a download into something flat, logical, and dull. Your silence honors the quantum layers of the message. It keeps it alive within you, vibrating, guiding, refining. This is how you let the code integrate until your field shifts, your heart opens, and the action becomes obvious. Treat them like sacred technology. Think of your spiritual downloads as divine blueprints from Source. Would you post the blueprint of a temple before it's even built? Would you show strangers the access code to your bank account? Of course not. So why do we casually reveal the spiritual treasures that are meant to transform us from within? Treat your downloads like sacred instructions. Guard them. Meditate on them. Ask for divine confirmation. Let your spirit digest them before your ego interprets them. Chosen one. The downloads you receive are not random. They're not hallucinations. They're not too weird. They are evidence that your channel is clear, your soul is open, and your divine intelligence is online. And when the world tells you to share everything for likes, clout, or praise, remember this: your most powerful upgrades happen in silence. Your deepest transformations occur in secret. Your sacred codes are not for public decoding. You are the temple. You are the access point. You are the receiver, not the broadcaster. Protecting your mystery is protecting your power. Chosen one, you don't need to explain everything. You don't need to share everything. You don't need to be understood to be aligned. Your power is in your mystery. Your growth is in your quiet obedience to Spirit. Your protection is in your discernment. In this world of noise, you are being called to move in divine silence, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. If this resonates with your soul, comment below, "I protect my peace and power." And remember, those who keep the sacred sacred rise in power others will never understand. If this message empowered you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with another chosen one on the path of silent mastery. Stay mysterious, stay protected, and most of all, stay aligned.